one can ever understand just how tough it is being a single mom unless you have been there. It is tough. You are so busy juggling all kinds of responsibilities, in addition to which there are financial constraints. And there are times when you feel, in fact, many times when you feel, is this what life is all about? You are running here, you're running there, you're running all over the place, and you're also trying to be mom and dad to your children. It is not funny. It is extremely exhausting. That's why we're here today. We're going to look at what strategies you can actually use to make your life better so that you don't get burnt out or slip into depression. Actually, I know I slipped into depression because that was what my life was all about, and it was pretty tough. And I only have one child, and there are those of us who've got more than one child, so that makes it very, very difficult. So stick around until the end of the video so that you can have these strategies that will help you manage this season so that you come out thriving, not burnt out, exhausted, and depressed. So let's shift over to what can we do when we are in this season to make us manage better and to even enjoy being a single parent. Number one, make time for yourself. It's so easy to get caught up with everything else that we forget about ourselves. By the end of the day, you throw yourself into bed and you are so exhausted. And sometimes we can't sleep because you're just too tired to be able to sleep. There are things running around in your mind about what you need to do tomorrow, what you haven't done tonight, what you didn't do today, what one of your children or all your children need, etc., etc., etc. And it makes it very difficult. So it's so important to actually make time for yourself. If you love to read, find time to read. We just have to find the time, ladies. If you love to walk, whatever it is that you love to do, you've got to make time for yourself. You know, you can even consider swapping what we call play dates with another single parent friend, where they take your children and then you get to do those things that you love to do that will give you a break. This actually works. And then when it comes to her turn, she'll bring the children and then she can have her break. You know, we need to be able to support each other. The other thing is, and this is what I used to do with our daughter, I used to tell her, this is my time, my darling. It is my time. It's mommy's time. Let your children know it is your time to unwind. If it means going to bed earlier, let them go to bed earlier, but let it become a routine where they know from this time, that is it. It is mommy's time. She needs to be left alone. You can train your children into this. I know I did that with our daughter, and every time that particular hour came, she knew this is mommy's time and she would take herself off. She was still quite little then. I think she was 3 or 4 years old. You say, mommy's time, and she goes into her room and she reads, or she does, you know, things that are not too energetic. And then I go in, I read a bedtime story to her. By then I will have rested, and then she, you know, it's good night, and she goes to sleep. But it is something that we have to train our children to know that mommy cannot be there 100% of the time. One of the things that I noticed, and I really, really discourage, is children going to bed the same time as you. If you've got little ones who just want to sleep at 10 or 11 o'clock at night, you are washed out. Let the children go to bed. You know, if they are those young ages, they need to be in their room by a certain time, giving you time to relax and unwind. Not all of us going to bed at the same time. That really is extremely exhausting to you. Number 2, set boundaries. Set limits on what you are willing to accept and communicate these boundaries. Teach your children that you need time for yourself, especially after dinner. Establish routine, like I just said before, like mommy's time. Ensure your kids have their bedtime routine separate from yours. Number 3, skip the guilt for making time for yourself. Stop feeling my children will not love me. You know what? Your children will love you. But when it comes to making time for yourself, you know what? You need it. If you don't have something inside of you, all that love and all that patience, where are you going to get it if you don't give yourself time? You need to feed yourself. And in order to feed yourself, you have got to stop feeling guilty. Number 4, keep a positive outlook. I know it gets extremely difficult, and there are times when you just don't have that half empty glass or half full glass. It's easier to feel the half empty because that's how you're feeling inside. But you know something? When we keep a positive outlook, it actually helps us carry on. Counter negativity with positive reframing. Things could be worse. That's one I always used to use. Things can be worse, but I thank God, at least I have got this. At least I have got that. Because if you approach it from the other way, where you are negative, guess what? It's just going to go down. So please, keep a positive outlook. Remember, your confidence as a parent can be affected by total negative self-talk to yourself. Not to your children, to yourself. The only person who can lift themselves up out of this negative self-talk is you. So please reframe and count your blessings. Number 5, build your support system. Establish a support network by connecting with friends, with family, or even online groups. And these days there are so many. Having a support system actually helps you share all the stresses that you are experiencing, and you hear it from people who are going through the same thing and how they have managed to actually juggle something that you might be struggling with, and they encourage you on your journey. So have that support system in place. You are not alone. You are alone in parenting, but you're not alone when it comes to people out there who are also single parents. Build that support system. It comes in very, very, very useful. Number 6, enjoy your time with your children. Do you know what? One day, those little ones or those teens, they will leave home. They will be gone. Every minute with them counts. One day they will be gone. I look back at the times that I had with my daughter, and you know what? I'm so glad that I was able to enjoy just being with her. And again, I know situations are different, but time flies by so fast. And I know it's easy for me to say that because I've been there and I've come out the other end. But the thing is, when you are there, try and see, try and be there, try and connect with your children and love them and have a laugh, no matter how bad or how tough things are. Try and create that safety, happy, joyful environment for your children, because one day they will go. Number 7, encourage yourself. Give yourself a pat on the back. What I realized is that we do not get that pat on the back from anyone. No one. So you've got to do it for yourself. You've got to encourage yourself, because nobody is going to do it for you. Give yourself a pat on the back. Don't wait for people to come and tell you, oh, what a fantastic single mom you are. No. One day your children will be able to tell you, Mom, thank you so much. They will. But you know what? Anybody else, there is no way. So you've got to tell yourself, hey, I am doing my best. I am a good mom. Don't put guilt trips on yourself. I am a good mom. I'm doing my best. And indeed, you are doing your best. You're giving them everything you've got. So remember, encourage yourself. So as we wind up, as single moms, taking care of ourselves to avoid depression and burnout is totally, totally crucial. If you can implement these strategies, honestly, they will bring positive changes to how you feel about being a single parent, and make you feel better about yourself and about your life. Yeah? And most importantly, know that you are doing your best and that you are a good mom. Close your ears to what people are telling you that you are not. Nobody knows your situation but yourself. You are a good mom. You keep going, but you have to look after yourself. If you found these insights helpful, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. But also, please stand together with other single mothers. Where you can, find groups where you can share your experiences to make this very tough season more bearable and even enjoyable. You are a good mom. You keep going. Take care. God bless you, and shalom, shalom.